good, Joe? What's good? Real Talk Squad. This is Miles, and you are listening to Real Talk and Miles Johnson, where you know we always keep it real. Let's get straight into it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. Share with a friend, share with a friend. Let's get into some real talk. Let's do it. Let me get my headphones straight so I can hear myself on this John. I hope y'all doing fantastic, man. Oh, wow. 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 All right, bet. All right, bet. I appreciate y'all on Instagram. I appreciate y'all rocking with us. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. What is good, y'all? What is good? Real Talk Squad. We are live. It's the Commanders Eagles preview. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk all that matchups. Quinyon versus Scary Terry. Jaden Daniels versus Jalen Hurts. Vic Fangio versus Jaden Daniels. We're gonna see what AJ Brown and Devontae Smith do to this secondary. That's without Marshawn Lattimore, who's still, nursing an injury. Or what about Saquon Barkley? But again, like, comment, subscribe. For y'all on Instagram, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. We're gonna be at 20K very, very soon. I told somebody I had my video on Kamala Harris and somebody was hating. And I was like, look, you can either be on the train or you can be off the train. But we're gonna hit 20K by the end of this month. So again, if you're on YouTube right now on Twitch, go ahead and follow on Instagram. Let me stop chatting and get right into this episode first. Y'all gotta chill with this Jalen Hurts disrespect. Every day I had to defend this man like he's my son. Like he's my son. And look, we're part of the same fraternity, Omega Psi Phi. That's why when he does the hook, if you're not the bros, don't do the hook. That's why you feel me. You do your research. But I be having to defend this man time and time again. But what's the new narrative now? So we had the turnover thing, right? It was he's turning over the ball. Well, he cleaned that up. Then the new narrative was, well, AJ Brown is the reason why Jalen Hurts is nice. Okay. Then we saw Hurts beat teams without AJ Brown. I mean, he already did, but we saw him again with AJ Brown, being out or being injured. He still got the job done. What's the next thing they're saying? Well, if you take away the tush push, Hurts is a mid quarterback. That's the corniest argument I've ever heard. If you take away the man's most effective move, he's not as effective. Well, yeah, if you tell Shaq you can't be in the paint, he's probably not going to be that effective. If you tell Steph Curry, hey, you can't shoot threes, he's probably not as if you tell Joel Embiid, who we're going to talk about at the end of this episode, that he can't shoot free throws, which was why he was only scoring points yesterday because he was 2 for 11. He's not going to be as effective. Even Jalen Brunson, a free throw merchant. I know I'm talking about NFL and basketball, but the same thing applies. Your argument for Hurts can't be, well, if you take away his most effective weapon, his most effective move that nobody in NFL history has been able to replicate, that he's mid. It's it's corny, bro. It's corny. So again, folks that actually watch the games actually have football knowledge, see that the reason why was even get to the number 1 yard, like, oh, yeah, Sirianni just snaps his finger and then boom, we're at the 1-yard line, tush push merchant, Jalen Hurts. No, you actually have to, like, go from the 20-yard line to the 30-yard, maybe the 40, the 50, all the way down to the 1-yard line to even do it tush push. And again, if everybody could do it, and we have some fantastic quarterbacks that have come through this league, guys that are huge, guy a Cam Newton, like, come on, come on. So I'm looking at them being like, all right, that's another BS terrible narrative that we're just gonna have to live with until I mean, I feel like Hurts has to beat God before y'all give him his respect. It's corny. It's so that's the one thing I wanted to get off my chest. That's the one thing. Let's talk about Jaden Daniels versus Jalen Hurts real quick. Before I preface what I'm about to say, Jaden Daniels is having a phenomenal rookie year. Phenomenal rookie year. The year that CJ Stroud had last year, that's the type of year that Jaden Daniels is doing. I mean, he's having an unprecedented, sensational rookie season. Sensation. Being accurate. I think he's like top 4 in QBR. He can run the ball. His EPA is off the charts. I mean, he has Scary Terry, but it's not like he has some crazy weapons around him. Imma give the guy his respect. I think Cliff Kingsbury is doing a phenomenal job. I'll give him his respect. But this notion that Jaden Daniels has surpassed Jalen Hurts is so disrespectful. Can Jaden Daniels get to a Super Bowl first? Can Jaden Daniels outduel Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl first? Can Jaden Daniels become a top 2 MVP candidate first? Because I'm looking at Hurts' accolades, youngest quarterback in NFL history to lead his team to a 13-1 start. Fourth in NFL history to rush for 150 yards and pass for 150 yards in one game. The first quarterback in NFL history with a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and 100+ pass rating in 4 consecutive games, surpassing Lamar Jackson in 2020 for that longest streak. Whether it's the rushing touchdowns and first quarterback in NFL history with 4 straight seasons of 10+ rushing touchdowns, or first quarterback to have, I mean, first quarterback in franchise history to have multiple 2+ rushing and passing touchdowns consecutively. We've had Randall Cunningham. We've had Donovan McNabb. It's not like we've just had, like, straight, like, Nick Foles type of guys this whole entire time. I mean, we've had some dual threat guys. Mike Vick. Come on. Come on. So all I'm saying is, like, Jaden Daniels is having a sensational year. Sensational year. But we had to stop living in recency bias and act like he has surpassed people that have been there and have done that and have solidified themselves as top quarterbacks in this league. We can't do that, man. We can't do that. We can't do that. Now, if you wanna say potentially Jaden Daniels could be over Hurts, I mean, if he keeps this up, I mean, potentially he could be. I'm not saying he can't, but right now, I'm taking Jalen Hurts every single day. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say on Jalen Hurts before I get to the other matchups and, coaching and all that stuff. Jalen Hurts is a winner. He's 41-19 in the NFL. That's a 68 winning percentage. Um, 39-4 in college. So I see a guy that wherever he's at, he wins. There's guys who might be more talented, like a Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, like, just off the eye test, they might be able to, like, just throw a prettier ball, Kyler Murray, but I'm taking the guy that can give me some wins when I need it the most, and that's real talk, easy money turkey. Here are the keys to victory. Run the damn ball. Run the ball. The Commanders' defense is light, bro. It's light. They're ranked 28th in the NFL in rush defense. If I'm Saquon Barkley, I'm saying Thanksgiving is coming early because I'm about to feast. I'm about to feast. This is a Commanders team that has given up 162 rushing yards to the Giants just 2 weeks ago. Done. Knocked over my deodorant. The Commanders has given up 162 rushing yards to the Giants, bro. They gave up a buck 40 to the Steelers. They gave up a buck 70 to the Ravens. What the hell is Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley gonna do? I'm not a betting man, but I would say that Saquon Barkley's gonna get 120 scrimmage yards. I'm gonna clip this, and then I'm gonna play it back again, and for all y'all that's watching this live, you're gonna be like, "Oh, dang, Miles, man, I'm saying something." But that's the first key to success is running the damn ball. Number 2, as we saw with the Steelers, they had a quarterback, Russell Wilson, who is great at that deep ball. Who else is excellent at that deep ball? Jalen Hurts. We saw what he has done with AJ Brown. We saw what he has done with Devontae Smith in the past and this season. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, if the Eagles are able to establish the run early, that's gonna draw the safeties in on the Commanders side, and then that's gonna open up shots down the field for the Eagles to go ahead and capitalize. So, yes, I do believe that AJ Brown, he gets a bomb and he picks up from where he left off last year. I mean, he had like a buck 72 tutties, that one hand. Oh my gosh. I mean, AJ Brown, have yourself a day. I tip my cap to you, brother. Devontae Smith, we know who he is. I mean, Kalen Carson from the Cowboys was getting cooked. Hurts did miss him on one of those deep balls, but Hurts has got to be accurate on them deep balls, and it's wraps. So number one's rushing the ball. Number two is them deep balls. That's offensively. Defensively, I'm looking at this. I need another great game from Zach Bond and Nakobe Dean. I bet you Vic Fangio is looking at them and saying, one of y'all is going to spy Jaden Daniels. One of y'all is going to spy this man. Because we know that if his first or second read ain't there, he's gonna take off. He'll take off. And I'll give Jane Daniels credit. He has done a phenomenal job not turning over the ball. He only has 2 interceptions this year. He has 0 fumbles. He's playing very, very well. But we need somebody to go ahead and spy on him so he doesn't, just break out the pocket and rush for like 40 yards. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. So we need great linebacker play. Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. Let's talk about them real quick. Quinyon Mitchell's a dog. He's a dog. Every game, I'm talking about how sensational he is. Yes, we all know if he could catch the ball, he had a couple of gimmies, and we like, Hey, I mean, CJ Gardner-Johnson, that's my man. But I think he coulda had one. CJ got in the way, but ultimately, Quinyon Mitchell's a dog. Yes, if he did catch some of those balls, no diddy, he would be the favorite to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, although I still have hope that my pick in Quinyon Mitchell will get that. He gotta get some picks. I get some picks. It's a long season. We only have midway. Only midway. So I'm looking at what Quinyon Mitchell has done. I'm looking what he has done to Jamar Chase. I'm looking what he has done to CeeDee Lamb. I'm looking what he has done to your favorite wide receiver that the Eagles have faced. What has he done? Straight locks. Straight locks. And here is the telltale of this Eagles secondary. If Jamar Chase can have less than 60 yards receiving against this Eagles secondary, and then just 2 weeks later, Cuz goes for over 250 receiving yards against the Ravens, that shows you, yo, this Eagles secondary is like that. It's like that. Now, I think Scary Terry is a great wide receiver, and he deserves everything the Commanders are doing right now. He's a guy, he stayed down with them. He's been one of the captains for a long time, one of their leaders, but he can't tie Jamar Chase cleats up. He can't mess with it, though. I'm just sorry, it's levels to greatness. So if Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, you saw what Cooper DeJean did on that 4 for 1 against Jamar Chase, hawk him down. These rookies have been there, have done that this season. I mean, we're 5-0 with Cooper DeJean. So this is not I'm not trying to slight Scary Terry, but what I'm saying is, hey, if Coop and Quinyon held they own against Jamar Chase, I'm not finna be scared by Scary Terry. I'm just not. I got all faith in my secondary. And another tip of the cap, I don't I don't I don't have a cap, but I'm tipping my imaginary cap to Howie Roseman, and I'm saying thank you for drafting Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. They have been a revelation for this defense. Jalen Carter, you already know what you gotta do. Jordan Davis, you already know what you gotta do. I also believe that this Commanders offensive line, their starting tackles are banged up. They're banged up. Just pull up my notes real quick. I'm looking at their guys on this injury report. Andrew Wiley, he's their right tackle. He basically he's given up 14 pressures in 9 games. Uh, he's not no world beater. He missed the Steelers game with a shoulder injury. He was limited this week. There's a chance he could be back. Might be like a game time decision, but I like, Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat in that matchup. I like that. He ain't no world beater, bro. Ain't no world beater. Another guy, Cornelius Lucas, was limited this week with an ankle injury. He's been out the past 2 games. So you got their starting left tackle and their starting right tackle are banged up. I mean, I don't see a scenario where the Eagles can lose. Matter of fact, I do. I do. I do. And for y'all that's watching, I want y'all to comment down below, like, what y'all think. What y'all think? What y'all think? I don't think I'm looking at this, John, and people I know division games are close because, you know, these teams know each other well. We also can't sneeze at the fact that Brian Johnson is the quarterback coach for Jay Daniels. And we have to keep it real and give the guy some credit. He was crapped on all last year. Brian Johnson was. No, he wasn't great, but he can coach, bro. He can coach. He can flat out coach. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Maybe he's just better off being a quarterback coach. We saw what he did with Hurts in 2022. We're seeing what he has done with Jaden Daniels in 2024. But that's an element that you do have to at least look at and tip your hat, give you respect, bro. He know what he doing, bro. He just might not be the best OC, or maybe it was Sirianni and his offense, he was constrained under that. But that is an element. So, can division games be close? Like, they can be close. They can be close, but Imma be honest, I think this is a blowout. Like I said before, the Commanders have the 28th ranked rushing defense. The Eagles are gonna run buck wild against them. Saquon Barkley is gonna go crazy. If you have him on your fantasy team, you better be happy because he's gonna get you at least 20 points, at least 20 points. We have seen Jalen Hurts justify be more of a runner. We don't need him passing the ball 3 times a game. No, we want Hurts to be in that, 20 to 25 range. And this is not me saying that Hurts, trying to limit Hurts. People trying to say like, "Oh, we're trying to make Hurts do as little as possible." No, it's playing to their strengths. Just like how the Ravens, they don't want Lamar Jackson throwing the ball 40 times. He can do it, but teams' game plan is to have Lamar Jackson throw the ball 40 times a game. Similarly to the Eagles, it's like we want Jalen Hurts to throw the ball 20, 25 times, but we're leaning on the run game. So it's a clear advantage rushing the ball. The Commanders' offensive line is banged up. They don't have Marshawn Lattimore. I'm looking at the Commanders' cornerbacks, and I don't wanna disrespect these guys, but Benjamin St-Juste, Mike Saint Still, Noah Ig Look, I'm not about to pull a Gilbert Arenas and disrespect my African brothers, but I'm sorry, bro. What the hell are these guys gonna do to Devontae Smith and AJ Brown? It's a reason why they went ahead and traded for Marshawn Lattimore. It's the reason why they did that, bro, because they needed help. They needed help. Dan Quinn was probably looking like Kevin Hart being like, "Help me, help me, Marshawn." That's probably what he was being like, bro, but, like, they can't, bro. AJ Brown's gonna go off, bro. He's gonna go off. So, it's advantages everywhere. It's advantages everywhere. This Eagles defense held the Bengals to 17 points. So it's not just holding Deshaun Watson or Daniel Jones or Trevor Lawrence. You're talking about these folks' favorite quarterback, Joe Burrow, scored less than 20 points. It was a blowout. It was a blowout. I think that and for all y'all on Instagram right now, we're going to YouTube in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I appreciate y'all. All y'all on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, do all of that. I'm looking at this Commanders schedule, right? I'm about to pull this up real quick. I'm about to pull this up real quick. And when I say this, this is not disrespecting. I'm not trying to disrespect Jane Daniels. But let's just keep it a bean. Who have the Commanders beat? That's really good. They lost to the Buccaneers, beat the Giants, good win against the Bengals, good win against the Bengals, but they have shown they're not that good. That defense is light. They beat the Cardinals. They blew them out. I think that was very impressive. I'll give you that one. The Browns with Deshaun Watson, no. Lost to the Ravens. Beat the Panthers. Should have lost to the Bears off of a fluky Hail Mary where Tyreek Stevenson is talking trash to the fans. and you lost to the Steelers. So your best wins have been against the Bengals with no defense and the Cardinals with Kyler Murray that you don't know if he's going to be hot one day or he's going to be cold one day. You don't know. He's a perfect example of any given Sunday. Any given Sunday, he can be the top 5 best quarterback in the league, or he can be a bottom 10 quarterback. And you don't know. So I don't think that the Commanders have been tested by a team that offensively and defensively can mess with the Eagles. And all the vibes are looking good right now. All the vibes are looking good. So I would say that the Eagles beat the Commanders 34-20. I think that it's a blowout. I think that Jalen Hurts shows up on the big stage. I believe that Saquon Barkley goes bonkers against a Commanders rushing defense that is putrid. I'm looking at A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. They're going to catch some go balls because the defense is going to be sucked in trying to defend the run, and they're going to be caught lacking. And then here we go. A.J. Brown, 60 yards to the crib. Devontae Smith, 50 yards to the crib. That's what's going to happen. And the link is going to be rocking. It's going to be rocking. Not to mention Jordan Mailata's back. Fred Johnson was very, very good in replace of an all-pro tackle in Jordan Mailata. He was great. But activating Jordan Mailata, that's a whole nother element that I don't think the Commanders can mess with. That they can mess with. You feel me, y'all? You feel me, y'all? So again, I feel good. Comment down below your predictions. And let's talk about the 76ers. So the 76ers, y'all, they lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they have gone to 13-0. Kenny Atkinson is running away with that Coach of the Year as of this point. He's done a fantastic job. Let's go into these stats real quick. Jared McCain, 34 points, 10 assists, 6 threes. He's amazing. I mean, if I was an alien, right, and I had no idea who these guys are, I'm just looking at the basketball. I'm looking at the game. I'm looking at the hoops. I'm saying, oh, that guy, Jared McCain, I don't know who he is. The guy with the, the hair, light skin bull, he can shoot. Oh, he must be an all-star. He's playing like one. So Nick Nurse, start him. Yes, Kyle Lowry can be a vet that, helps him in practice, mentors him off the court. But the days of Kyle Lowry starting for a team that is going to be a contender in the East, that's over. It's not 2019 no more. I'm a grad student now. 2019, I was a freshman in college. That was a minute ago. I think Kyle Lowry is Philly guy through and through. Villanova guy, done a lot for the city. Great guy, but it's a young man's game. It's time to go ahead and pass the torch to the next guy, to Jared freaking McCain, especially with Tyrese Maxey being out. Jared McCain should basically fill in the void for Tyrese Maxey. I'm not saying he's gonna be doing what Tyrese Maxey does, as a rookie. But what I'm saying is the same minutes, the same playing time that you would give Tyrese Maxey, give that to Jared McCain while Tyrese Maxey's out. Give that to him. And I thought that McCain would be like a 6-man type of guy, later in the season. It's looking now when Tyrese Maxey comes back, we got to really talk about, is Jared McCain going to be a contender for rookie of the year because he could be a spark off the bench for us. I'm so serious. Maybe this is an overreaction, but the way that he's playing right now, I would love for him to the minutes that Maxey is off the court, McCain should be on the court. McCain should be on the court. And I would really see Jerry McCain being a top 5 candidate for 6th man of the year if Nick Nurse plays him. I'm talking about when Maxey comes back, because I don't want to have McCain and Maxey start, but I would like to see McCain come off the bench when Maxey comes back. But Jared McCain, he's the truth. He's the truth. I got to my cap to him. I think the Sixers had a valiant effort. But what's the elephant in the room? The elephant in the room is Joel Embiid. I'm so sick and tired of Joel Embiid, bro. I know that Stephen A. Smith called Kawhi Leonard the worst superstar ever. That's Joel Embiid. He is. He's the worst superstar ever. Because when he's healthy, he folds in the playoffs. When he is injured, obviously, I mean, he can't give you nothing, right? So it's in 2021, right? I mean, he's on the court, right? He's playing ball. He loses to the Hawks as a number 1 seed. What about in 2019 against the Raptors? Turnovers, poor field goal percentage. He did not get it done. Can you name a signature moment in Joel Embiid's career? I'm waiting. That's in the playoffs. I'll say it again for y'all. Can you name a significant career-defining moment in Joel Embiid's career in the playoffs? I'm sorry, but I don't think Joel Embiid has a signature moment in the playoffs. That when like the chips were on the line, that he showed up. I don't see it. I've never seen it. It hasn't been a closeout game. I remember in 2022, the Sixers were up 3-2. Tatum, the Celtics were choking, saying, "Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Close it out in Philly." Joel Embiid was playing, bro. You can blame Harden all you want, but Harden won 2 games in that series. Joel Embiid, you're at home, close the deal. He did not get it done. And then Tatum was like, all right, you don't want it? Bro, hit like 4 threes, started bugging, and then had 50 in game 7. So if somebody was like, I'd rather have Tatum over Embiid, I'm not mad at it. I would too. I'm so sick and tired of Joel Embiid. So sick and tired. And it's people like saying, well, you would be mad at him if he played the games now and got injured, but you're mad at him because he's sitting out. It's a lose-lose, dog. That's like, all right. The Sixers, the way the Sixers are treating Joel Embiid is like your friend who is he's like insecure and he's telling his girl, no, you can't be outside. Dog, if she's going to cheat, if she's going to choose, you can't control that, John. Sixers, you can't control if Joel Embiid gets injured. You can load manage. You can be like, he's not going to play back-to-backs. We're talking about sports. Anything can happen. Freak injuries happen all the time. So what happens if y'all are load managing him and then a random, game on a February, somebody runs into his leg and now he's injured? Being scary ain't gonna win you no championship. It's not. That's why, going back to football, when people was like, oh, Saquon has his injury history, limit his carries. For what? It's football. It's sports. If you get injured, you can get injured during practice. Injured during, walk. Bro, you can get injured at any given moment. It's sports. Show up to work. And if you don't show up to work, give up your max contract. It's disgraceful. It is disgraceful. Flat out disgraceful. How you feel about the game tomorrow? I feel good. I think the Eagles win 34-20. I think it's a rout, honestly. I think on all facets of the ball, we have a clear advantage there. And let me get back to my Sixers. Again, I will say it again. The Sixers are like that insecure boyfriend who has told his girl, you can't be outside because he's insecure that his girl going to cheat or his girl going to choose all this stuff. Bro, if she going to cheat on you, she going to do it regardless, gang. You ain't stopping nothing. And the Sixers, you're trying to micromanage and load management and prevent Joel Embiid from a potential injury. Yo, if it's faith, if that's what the cards is dealt, what's going to happen, bro? You can't stop injury, Sixers. You can't stop an injury. So, unfortunately, he can get injured on any given play, any given night. You have to play the guy so he can be in game shape. I cannot buy a team in the Sixers being 2-9 and Paul George and Joel Embiid are load managing. What are you load managing for? Y'all keep doing this BS. The Sixers might not even make the playoffs. So what are we talking about? And all of y'all Sixers fans that's defending this BS, y'all part of the problem too. There are too many fans, too many people that pay their money to see these superstars play just for them to say it's load management. We're trying to prevent injury. It's sports, you doofus. It can happen any play. Now, look, I'm not going to go as far as Marcus Hayes. I do believe that Joel Embiid was in all rights to, to do what he had to do. Because I'm not going to talk about anybody's kid, nobody's brother, but I stick to hoops. I stick to the freaking sport. And what I'm saying right now, if you can, trade Joel Embiid and build around Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain. Because what is really going to happen, bro? So the Sixers play, 20 games, best case scenario this season as a big three. They fail out in the second round. Embiid gets older, more wear and tear. Paul George gets older. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What good teams do is they let go of the past and they move forward. You can't keep being stuck in this trust the process era. It was a fluke. Y'all lost games purposely, drafted terribly, hit on one guy and two in Tyrese Maxey, but that was Daryl Morey been doing his thing. But in that trust the process era, y'all basically hit on one guy in Joel Embiid. One guy y'all hit on, and he's injury prone. You can't make this stuff up, bro. So I hate the Sixers. I really do. I don't like him at all. Ultimately, we're gonna see what this team does, bro. We're gonna see what this team does moving forward. But like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. Share with a friend and share with a friend. It's real talk. It's MJ. It's Eagles Commanders preview. It's Jared McCain 30 ball. Trade Joel Embiid. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We'll talk with MJ. We are out.